Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Market heading lower. Market heading lower. Let it go lower, guys. Let it go lower. Don't force trades. It wants lower today. Think about this. I bought some puts here. This is a little bogus bounce. And you know why you know it's bogus? And maybe it goes up another 15, 20 handles. Very possible. But it doesn't matter. Here, the news is the news. And today's news, very simple. Very, very simple is, come on, guys. Why is the market going to head lower today? Two things here. Come on, type it in. Let's see if you can think like Sam here. Two reasons. There's two reasons. Come on. Actually, three reasons. Right, three reasons. There you go. Oil. There you go. A lot of people got it. Oil's up. It's up $2. Oil's up. So inflation's getting worse. It's getting worse. If you've seen, who is it? I forget it was a basketball player, somebody that makes like 52 million, 62 million a year, 50 million a year, putting gas into his car, and it's like he's paid like $160 for gas. He's like, holy shit, I'm going electric. This is $160 for gas. He's making 60 million. Okay, but isn't that interesting? People notice. So, but you go look, you can do the reverse math. So he must be in California. If you do the reverse math, he only had like 17 gallons or whatever. So that means he's paying $7 a gallon somewhere. Okay? So gas is going higher, inflation's going higher, and SPX pops 13. Really? So very, very interesting, right? So you just need to understand this stuff. So there are three things, guys. Three reasons. One is the SPX is under 4,300. Okay, we said that was going to happen. If it happened, it was going to push to 4,210. That's the JPMorgan collar. Now, the way I understand it, now, maybe I don't understand this correctly. It's a very complex thing, okay? But the max profit is if it closes near 4,210. But in theory, so it had to get under 4,300. So now Jamie Dimon comes out, and everybody can say conspiracy theory, says 7% interest. So if it goes closer to 4,210, he's going to make a shitload of money. So he pushes it lower. But here's the thing, you can't take it to 4,210 yesterday or today, because if it breaks it, then they start losing money. Right? They start losing money. So they're going to take it there by Friday. So yesterday, they start buying it. So now they'll start pushing it lower today too, and then at some point they buy it again, and they push it lower tomorrow, and then they buy it again, and very interesting, right? So in theory, they sell futures at 4,300. They sell them, then it goes down 20 or 30 points. They buy them back. They make money, right? Now they'll push it lower later in the day if oil goes lower, and then they buy back and they make money till it's 4,210. In theory, okay? So very, very interesting. So then you have the government shutdown. Now maybe they get screwed because we just collapse. Very possible that happens too. But they're smart enough, they just cover it. They can cover it at any time, take it off, right? Okay? And you have oil, and you have the shutdown, and then you have JPMorgan calling. Why are people buying upside? Okay? Technically, till we're over 43.20, there's really no reason to be long. Okay? There's no reason to be long. Okay, now, there's one reason on a certain things later today is Micron has earnings. If Micron says no inventory and prices go up, two things. Prices going up and no inventory, they're going to take Lam Research up 50 points. Now, I don't know what they're going to say. I don't know. And if the market collapses, it won't happen. And just see. Okay, today you also have Meta. You have their thing. But here's Meta. Meta is stubborn. People in general are stubborn. Okay? A lot of people. Everybody is stubborn for some reason. Okay? Look at Sam. Dumb Sam. There's smart Sam and there's dumb Sam. Dumb Sam comes up every Sunday and says, I'm going to lay 12 points on the Cowboys. I'm going to take Cowboys beat Arizona by 12. Dumb Sam. Okay? There's dumb Sam. Then there's smart Sam said, Cowboys suck at halftime, gets his money back. Okay. So we're all stubborn, right? And you can't be stubborn here. I mean, NVIDIA, great news. It looks like they're the only one that's really doing well. Microsoft, they're releasing stuff, and they think they can just price things at 3x, 4x. Stubborn. I mean, just not smart. Tesla's holding well. End of month. Doesn't mean it doesn't collapse. If this thing's out 238 tomorrow, get out of the way. 222. Okay? The news is not good. EV news, if you look at EV news as a whole, it's not bullish. Everybody thinks it's bullish. It's not bullish. Let me tell you, Tesla, and I'm going to say this and people can get pissed off. Don't get pissed off, okay? Be open-minded. Look, if you have an EV and you go to charge it and you can't charge it because it's going to take you 2 hours, you're going to sell the EV. If you have an EV and you live in some place like Dallas and you can't charge it, it gets too cold in the winter or whatever and your power goes out for 4 days, you're going to sell your EV. You just are. You just are. Doesn't matter what you guys believe, okay? I'm just telling you, okay? Okay, now, the world is trending that way. So over time, does it get better? But I don't care about over time, okay? Depending on how old you are and stuff. Maybe if you're 30, you have time. If you're 50 and you're 60 or you're 70 and you're 60, you're like, I'm going to go buy an EV and I have 2 hours to sit and charge. You don't. You don't, okay? So just understand that. And always be open-minded. Here, I'm going to give you a tip on how to be a great, great, great trader, and on top of that, be a great person too. No matter what happens in any situation or on any news event, and this is why Sam is so good on news, evaluate it from every angle. Every angle. If you have calls, say you have calls and you have $30,000 in calls, don't say, oh, the market shouldn't go down. You need to say, where does JPMorgan make the most money? Oh, they're going to try and take this down. What happens if there's a government shutdown? Everybody is just like not going to travel and they're going to start saving money. Oh, market goes down. Oh, Powell just told me 2% doesn't come till 2026. So that means if it doesn't come till 2026, if we have two great numbers and say inflation goes to 2.5% next month, is he going to cut? No. He's going to say, oh, this is good. Let's let it get to 2%. He's not going to cut. So this is all bad news. Now, doesn't mean you can't pop 100 points on if Micron says something good. Have to evaluate things from every side, not from one side. Sam immediately, when Powell says something, it looks at it from the upside, the downside, sideways, how it affects everything. And you can do that in less than a minute if you get good at this, okay? But same thing in life. No matter what's happening, look at it from everybody's angle, and then it'll help you do better. Let me tell you, this SPX could easily go 42.30 today. I think, a perfect scenario is it goes to 42.20, and then they pop it to 42.60 for Micron, and then we go head back down Friday. That would be a nice scenario, okay? So keep an eye on that. So three things, and we talked about them all. The shutdown. Look, yesterday, think about this Wales, unusual Wales guy. I don't know where he got this garbage from. He's like, oh, they're nearing a deal. He popped the SPX 15 points, and then it collapsed. Guys, don't trust anybody. Sam, too. Sam tells you something, That's okay. Go verify it. Okay? You got to understand. People send me stuff all time of the night. I mean, my phone goes off at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7. Every hour, every 5 minutes it goes off, and I get a tweet. And I go read it, I look at it, and it says, this news real? And then I go search something for it and try and verify it. Okay? How many times has Wall Street Journal published something that's fake? They just make shit up. And I've told you this from the Nokia thing. Last thing we'll get started. Way back when, for newer guys, way back in 2000 when I was making money, when I made all my money, right, before I got whacked on the World Trade Center, you know, Nokia, I had calls, and some analyst came out and said, I sat down with the CEO and here's my interview. And he said, I sat down with the CEO. So he sat down with the CEO, and the CEO told him that things weren't so good and the market was going to go bad. That's what he wrote. He said, he told me, and immediately when I read that in the morning, I said, the guy's lying. Because first of all, do you think somebody is going to go sit down with Jim Cramer, and not on his show? That's why they do it on his show. Do you think they're just going to, Jensen's going to go to Jim Cramer and say, yeah, we're going to miss. And he's not going to tell anybody else, but he's going to tell Jim Cramer. No, because then he's done. His career's over. Okay? No CEO would do that. So this guy writes this article, puts it in Wall Street Journal or whatever, and he downgrades Nokia and says it's terrible. And it's down like 10 or 15 points. I mean, no less than 30 minutes after I read that article, Nokia guides up, pre-announces and guides up, and the stock reverses from down 10 or 15 to up 10 or 15. A complete lie. So let me tell you what happened to the reporter. The reporter, or whoever the analyst was that sat down with him, he heard things how he wanted to hear them. He didn't hear what the guy was saying. You can hear things any way you want to hear it. That's why you have to think of stuff from every side. And today, very simple to me. If oil goes back under 90, we will go higher. SPX will rip. If oil continues to go out and takes out 93, we're going to be down 50. Pretty straightforward. So figure out what it's going to do. And then you see, Okay, good morning, everybody. SPX up, 16, trying to go up. Maybe it goes up, tries this 42.90, 42.91 area, and then right back down, maybe. If it breaks through 4,300, it needs to do that with oil going up, with oil coming down. Then we see. And then rates are down nicely. If rates pop back up, maybe we come back down. Then we see, okay? Go slow, buy less, get in and out, and trade them. That's it. Very straightforward. Look, I don't care what stock you have or what option you have. Nothing is going 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. I don't care if you buy SPX puts. They go 5 to 15, then they close at 5, or they close at 0. Have to trade them and have to go slow. I keep pounding this into your head. Go slow, because in maybe a week or in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you're going to get a set of good news, and the market's going to rocket. Maybe it rockets from 4,000. Maybe it rockets from 3,800. Or maybe it rockets from 4,400. Don't know. But when it's ready, we'll know. So that's when you rip it. That's when you rip it. That's when you rip it. Right? That's what we know. They did the same thing last night with the same deal story. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Mike. Okay, so that's what we know. Okay, so SPX 4,300, big number. 42.52, big number. 42.10, obviously. Okay, Avago. October coming. Are they going to get this? Approval? No idea. If they get the approval, 900 plus. If the approval is denied, it's at 700. And remember, this traded at 770. It traded at 770 on this Google news, but the day it traded at 770, the market was collapsing too. So it probably revisits 770 if it breaks 800. Okay? NVIDIA, strong. Stronger than anything else. 428, 432, under 408 bad. Lam Research. News tonight after the close on Micron. 616, 632, 651 if market rockets if the market rockets and Micron is good. If the market crashes and Micron is bad, 591. KLA 10 core 472, 441. AMAT 139, 141, 129. Pan W doing nothing, but beware because of all the stuff that happened in Las Vegas with them getting hacked and all that other stuff. Bigger companies are investing even more money into CrowdStrike, Zscaler, and Pan W. 231, 252. Goldman Sachs 331, 339 under 309. BKNG. This one next week, if there's a shutdown, this one can go down a lot because people will immediately start less traveling if they don't have a paycheck and they don't know when it's going to come. If there's a deal, this one pops to 3,200. Lilly, no man's land, under 542 bad, under 533 really, really bad, over 572 really, really good. Meta has news coming today on the metaverse. If he's stubborn and keeps spending the same on the metaverse, look, I've told you guys over and over again, metaverse is a failed proposition. People got stupid. They got stupid. I mean, just like NFTs. NFTs are garbage. Complete garbage. Somebody's like, I mean, people paying $800,000 for an ape that isn't even worth $1. Really? Explain that to me. Metaverse. Oh, they're going to create this thing where they'll have a building and if you want to advertise on the building top in the metaverse, we're going to charge you $20,000 a year. What the hell is wrong with people? I mean, are people this ignorant? I mean, if he cuts the metaverse spending by 2 to 3 billion, Meta can run 10 or 15. If he doesn't cut the spending, it's going to collapse, just like Microsoft. Microsoft announced their Copilot, but they didn't. They said it wasn't available for another month and a half. You can't do that. Why do you really think? Let me tell you, I ran that, and all these software people, all these software people, they all just make stuff up. Okay? When is this going to be done? And they're like, 2 weeks. You remember the movie 2 weeks? When we was at Money Pit by Tom Hanks. When's my flooring going to be done? 2 weeks. When's the software going to be done? 2 weeks. It takes time, guys. Now, I understand that. So Sam takes a number and adds 2 to 4 weeks. So if Microsoft says they're going to release it in a month, maybe they release it in 2 months. Okay? So just understand that. And that's why it didn't go up. Very simple. That's why it didn't go up. So maybe Meta does the same thing. Snowman 152, 141, Caterpillar 288 Beast. Once the strike with the autos are done, they're going to go after Caterpillar. That's why it's not running. Okay? SMCI. If NVIDIA pops to 430, this can pop to 260. They're running in tandem now. Okay? NOW. Down huge. Downside, I would love this to get to about 509. Then we go buy it for earnings way up there. Then we see. Microsoft under 310, really, really bad. Tesla under 238, really, really bad. That's what we know. Look, one other thing, back to this software stuff and everything else. Guys, nobody's lying to you. They just don't know it. Software is complex. Rolling out Copilot is complex. Google tried to show their chat GPT competitor, and it failed. Everything was wrong that day. You can test and test. Doesn't mean it doesn't fail. We know that. It's not easy. Okay? Now, people like me, just like, it's easy. Get it done. We know that. know that's not realistic. Okay, Sam's realistic. So just understand that. That means, is Microsoft going to actually roll this out? Maybe, maybe not. What if they say we're not ready? Where's Microsoft? 280? Very possible. That's what we know. Okay, comments, gas, way down. People involved in shutdown have personally vested interest of a shutdown. 6 reps lose power in the House. More Republicans joined. Absolutely. People in my agency going crazy over the shutdown length. Look, if they shut it down, everything changes. And we could be at 3,800 so fast it'd make your head spin. Everybody have a great trading day. See you in chat.